Alrighty guys, on today's show we are talking double bone-in chops that I picked up from Wild Fork. We are talking about 2 pounds a piece, and I am going to do them up 2 ways. I am going to do a reverse sear on my Halo pellet grill and also a reverse sear on my Lone Star Grillz offset. Look, my name is Tommy, and of course this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. If this is your first time here, I would appreciate it if you've hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified every time the channel does a future upload. I've already got my chops here on the board. Let's take a look at them. Let's get these prepped up so they could sit here for about a good solid half hour, come up to room temperature, and also we will let that rub do its thing. In the meantime, I will take you on over to my Lone Star. We will get that fired up, and also my Halo pellet grill, we will get that fired up. So first up on this cook here, we got to get these chops opened up, dried off, and rubbed down. That is a smoked pecan rub I also picked up at Wild Fork. And there is our chops at $5.98 a pound. That is about $11 a chop. And there is not much really that we need to do with these. As you'll see, they are already nicely trimmed. The only thing I am going to do is dry them off and get that and get them ready for that rub. And you can see the fat content is actually pretty perfect. So look, we've got everything unpackaged here. We've got everything dried off, and really the only thing you need to do on a thick chop like that is make sure you don't have too much fat content over here. We are looking pretty good, so we are just gonna roll with this as they are. I've also got some smoked pecan rub from Wild Fork. This is a daily double right here. Let's get these rubbed down, then get on over to our pits, and we will get those fired up. So anytime you're doing like a chop like this, or maybe a thick cut steak, you definitely want to bring it up to that room temperature. I like to get the rub on a half hour, 35, 40 minutes beforehand. Let it sit out, let it sweat up. On a chop this thick, you definitely want to get plenty of rub on it. Make sure you get every little last bit off from that is on the board. Alrighty, before we get on over to the Lone Star, both of these chops are going to be paired up with a homemade mango chutney sauce. So you are definitely going to want to stay tuned to that. This is going to be kind of like a dipping sauce that is going to take the levels through the roof. Now let's get on over to the Lone Star. It has always been a complete joy firing up my Lone Star fire starter. You want to set a coal bed, pick out your nice splits. I usually go with 3 or 4 to start. From coal bed to splits in, you are probably up to temp at that 250, maybe sometimes she will overshoot it in about 15 minutes. And over to the Halo, I am running on a battery. This sucker has not seen electric yet. I had a viewer ask me about how do I do the clean out on this pellet grill, as that fire pot reaches up about 8 inches or so into the chamber. That is twice the size of every other fire pot. As you could see, I removed that tray that you saw in the beginning. So every cook starts with an empty fire pot for easy cleaning. And as you could see, the Halo pellet grill smokes unlike any other pellet grill I have ever used but the Lone Star pellet grill. And we are starting clean slate on both. We will get the chops in the Lone Star, and we will get the chops in the Halo. Yeah. Alrighty guys, we are standing in the pit of the Lone Star right now. I've got it loaded up with cherry wood. I will hold that temp at that 250. She's about 180 now, but she will back down to that 250. One split every hour or so will allow it to maintain perfectly at that 250. I've got the Halo up on the deck. We will run that also at 250. This pit here will be monitored with that chef temp wire temp gauge. I got one in the pit, and also I am going to put one in the chop. I'm guessing both of these will be done around the same time. We will just let them go for that hour before we even open up the hoods and check them. At that time, I will bring you back. This is a mango chutney that I whipped up. It is done stove top. You can see the ingredients going in. I will put the ingredients up here on the board now. And also you can get a full ingredient list down in the description. It is a sweet mango, but a sweet mango chutney, but it pairs so well with the with the char of the chops. That is for sure. I definitely enjoyed this stuff, and the wife enjoyed it even more than I did. Yeah. Alrighty guys, so we are a little over an hour in and we are looking at about 120 each chop. Let's get both sets of chops off. Let's get them on the board, and then we will fire up the Lone Star, fire up the Halo, and finish them off. So this fun cook is about ready to get a whole lot funner as we grab our handheld chef's temp. We will get a temp check, a press of the button, and that'll hold the temp right there. As you can see, we are 120. We will get that off. That is going to be perfect. We will get that off. We will fire up the Lone Star for some searing. We will head on over to the Halo, look at the smoke. We will get that off. We will get it on the board, and we will take this to the next step. All right, I wanted to bring you guys back here in the shack under the shade so we can get a look at these chops. And we've got the Lone Star over here, and we've got the pellet grill over here. The Lone Star kind of seems like it has a little bit more moisture on top than the pellet grill. Both look, the color is nailed on both. I am definitely digging that color on both of them. I've got the Halo fired up to 500 as you saw, and also I've loaded some splits out into the Lone Star. We are both about 120 each rib. I'm thinking probably, you know, 5-6 minutes per, maybe four minutes one side, a couple minutes the other side. We want to get a nice char on that Lone Star. You will see that in a bit, and also as much flame as we can get on the Halo. We want to do that. They should be ready. Let's take the chops. Let's get them on the pits. First chop down is going to be on the Lone Star Grillz offset, directly on the flame. We will cut that, close that hood, and also the Halo right above that flame right there that you can see. We will also close the hood. All right, as you saw, I got the Lone Star fired up. The chop is on. I've got the Halo pumped up to 500, sear plate open. Chop is on. I will bounce back and forth and cook them both to that perfect 145. Alrighty, and here you go. First up, we will give a flip to the Lone Star. And we definitely have some pretty good color on that chop. That is no doubt about it. Now up over to the Halo, and you can see the burn pot, the flame is doing exactly what it is supposed to do, and that is char, and I am definitely digging char. Oh man. So now we will bounce back on down to the Lone Star and check that. We will get a temp check, and you can see we are about 146, 147. That is perfect. We will get that off. We will get it on the board. Oh yeah. Look at the juices. Oh, yeah. Let's jump on up to the Halo. I'm sure that is going to be ready also. And we are a little bit hotter there at about 150. It looked like 158, but I love that char, man. I love that. I love the smoke. I love the char. I love everything about it. Alrighty, all legally. I am not sure if you can have more fun than that. Halo pellet grill, what could I say about that? That paired with those Manchester pellets is extremely heavy on the light blue smoke. I am definitely impressed. Lone Star, I mean, is there any better paired up with that cherry wood? We will slice both these bad boys open, give that taste test, and talk about it. We've got the pellet grill over here with a little bit more char. And we've got the Lone Star over here looking pretty. Let's drop the cameras down. Let's slice these open and let's take a look. Oh man, that looks good. Oh, look at the juices on the board. Yeah. I know it's hard to pick up with the camera, with the whiteness and the pork. Yeah. All right, I know it is extremely hard for for the cameras really to pick up this, pick these up, but they are definitely, you can see the juice. These are definitely moist. You can see them on the board. We've got the halo going down first. Wow, guys, that is one charred chop right there, man. That is good flavor, and of course the Lone Star. Wow. Alrighty, guys. So look, man. First off, this is amazing. The flavor on both of these chops are through the roof. This smoked pecan rub definitely pairs well on the halo. I love the fact that we got char, man. I love the taste of char. So char on the halo, nice smoke ring, juicy, excellent flavor. And the Lone Star is not going to get outbeaten. It has more of a smoke flavor, obviously, with that cherry wood. You can taste the fire as long. It doesn't have the char, heavy char, as the halo, but you can taste that it has been cooked on real wood. So that is a plus right here. I mean, these both are through the roof, man. This is good stuff. I am going to have all information on these chops down in the description. I think I paid about 11 bucks per chop, and that is killer, man. I mean, these things are about 3 inches thick. I mean, how could you beat it? I want to thank Wild Fork for sponsoring this show. Again, all information down below. I am working on a coupon from Wild Fork, so you got to stay tuned to that. Also, Manchester Pellets, killer combo with that Halo pellet grill. You could look for more coming with those, with that combo in the future. There's no doubt about it. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching. It is double bone-in chops, and we will see you soon.